Hello and welcome back to the WIHS Journal, Public Affairs from 104.9. I'm Paul Kretschmer, with the second of 2 days of information about a National Apologetics and Evangelism Conference sponsored by Southern Evangelical Seminary. Once again, my guests, Judge Philip Ginn, the president of the school, and Adam Tucker, the director of marketing. Adam, could you tell us from the area that this conference draws people from? Is it from all over because of the particular way it's set up and touches upon its issues, or is it more a matter of regional where people come in from a few hundred miles away from that corner of the country?
Sure, yeah, we have had people from almost every state. I think last year we had 30-some states represented. We typically have a few international folks that attend as well. Some of those are our students who will come in just to be here physically for the conference. Some are just longtime friends of the school from as far away as New Zealand, for example. So it's always good to have interactions with them. And then, as far as interest levels and education levels, we really draw from all over the place. We try to hit that sweet spot between, your typical weekend church conference and an actual academic event. So, we're going a little deeper than maybe your weekend church event may go, but we don't have people just sitting there reading academic papers either. So we try to really fit a middle ground, and with all the breakouts and everything that we offer, we're really able to offer something for pretty much anyone, regardless of where they are in their journey intellectually as far as Christianity is concerned. And honestly, we have a number of skeptics who come each year as well, who are just interested in hearing the arguments and thinking through. There's one gentleman in particular, I can't recall his name, but I have seen him at our events and other similar events for a number of years. And every year I'll see him, we'll say hello, and according to him, he's still investigating and still thinking, but he's here, he's coming, and he's listening. So I'm grateful for that. So praying that God will open his eyes one day.
And Paul, we're probably less than the event place is only less than 20 miles from the Charlotte airport. So the travel distance is not that far for even folks that might be listening to your show.
That's right.
When it comes to drawing guest speakers in, is one of the criteria that they share the seminary's statement of faith or doctrinal position on just about everything within the Christian faith?
Yes.
That's the short answer.
I would hasten to say, Paul, that we rarely have any issues in getting speakers. We have folks who want to come, mainly because of what you just said. They have a love for what we're doing and for what they're doing. They have a love for the gospel. And so we have folks that are regulars that come and speak, and folks that, and by regular, I mean they may not come every year, but they're here every other year or something like that. And there's several people who just want to know when we're having the conference so that they can circle it, and you feel bad if you don't ask them to speak.
So with that in mind, then, as you pointed out a moment ago, you've seen one gentleman for a number of years. Are there other people who attend who are already solid believers for whom this conference is something that's kind of a bold-faced listing on their list of possibilities for the year then?
Oh, I think for sure. There are people who start college seminary in January asking when the conference is going to be, who are the speakers going to be, where's it going to be, all those sorts of things. So there are a number of people that, they'll plan their vacations around this or, whatever the case may be, but try to make it a point to be here every year. So we appreciate their loyalty.
From your perspective as president, Dr. Ginn, does it give you a good deal of satisfaction knowing that you are heading up and responsible for an educational place like Southern that has this kind of thing that it can offer the faith community and for seekers then?
Well, it gives me a lot of good feelings that Adam's in charge of it and I don't have to do it. In reality, I'm just going to tell you what I've told people around here. I have two burdens, Paul, two great burdens in my life. One is the condition of my country that I love, the culture that exists now, and the lostness that is here in America. And the other burden that I have is knowing what we have here at Southern Evangelical Seminary, and not only what we teach, but how we teach it and how we break it down so that the average person can benefit from knowing what very smart people have thought through the years. And that is the antidote for what is going on in our nation. And so I have this great burden to get this message out about Southern Evangelical Seminary and what goes on here. So yes, I'm very proud of this. I would venture to say that it is the flagship Apologetics conference, not only for us as a seminary, but I would venture to say that it's the best in the country. I don't think I'm going too far out on the limb when I say that, and we hear that from people who attend various conferences throughout the United States throughout the year when they come to ours.
I see that there's a full schedule: Thursday night pre-event, the Friday pastor's luncheon, the Saturday luncheon for prospective students. I would imagine people show up in the appropriate time, of course, for those events. For a person who doesn't fall into one of those categories, but perhaps has some time on their hands, or maybe vacation time, and they'd like to spend it somewhere in the vicinity of the conference before or after it happens, when would, in your opinion, Adam, when would the appropriate time be for someone like that to arrive in the area in anticipation of the start of the whole thing?
Well, we're very blessed to partner with First Baptist Church Rock Hill, which is very conveniently located just right outside of Charlotte. So, you have Charlotte a 20-minute drive away, maybe 30 minutes to downtown, if you're interested in things in the Charlotte area. But just within Rock Hill itself, there are a number of restaurants and hotels just within a mile of the venue. So, arriving on a Thursday evening and being prepared for 2 full days, or even more if you come to the Thursday night pre-event, you should be good to go. And we'll finish up by 5 o'clock on Saturday. So if you need to make a late night flight or a first thing Sunday morning, you'll easily be able to do that. But yeah, as far as the Charlotte area itself goes, there's plenty to do to keep somebody busy all weekend if they want to make a whole weekend out of it, from NASCAR Hall of Fame to hiking and Discovery Place and lots of other things in the area.
And we'll sure tell them where to get good barbecue.
There you go.
They come down.
Well, that certainly catches my attention personally, as well as the God, Christianity, and artificial intelligence. That caught my eye while I was working my way through the information that your representative generously sent on ahead for me to see. So, for people who perhaps can't get there in person, do you distribute recordings of any of the conference sessions in another manner, or does a person just have to try to do their best to get there?
Yeah, well, there are a couple of different things. So we will live stream all of the main stage sessions, so you can actually purchase a live stream ticket, and so you see the main stage sessions, not all the breakouts and everything, just because the technology involved in that would be way too complicated. But you can certainly benefit that way. There will be recordings available for sale after the event, and we'll post links to where to find those and stuff closer to the event. And then eventually, after a few months, we'll release all of the audio from everything on our SES mobile app, as well as some of the videos on our SES YouTube channel. So, if folks are patient, then they'll certainly be able to benefit from all of the information in one form or fashion. But yeah, if they want to be involved with the actual live event itself, they are able to live stream at least the main stage sessions.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for making yourself available for this conversation. I've been speaking for the past few minutes with Adam Tucker, the Director of Marketing and External Relations for Southern Evangelical Seminary, and also Judge Phil Ginn, who is the current president of the seminary. For further information, call us at 860-346-1049, 860-346-1049. The opinions expressed are those of the participants, not necessarily those of the staff or management of the station. I'm Paul Kretschmer on the WIHS Journal, Public Affairs from 104.9 WIHS.